everybody. We're so excited today. We have today Gail Pointer, who is the Executive Director of Living Way Productions. And she's here to talk to us a little bit about a brand new theater production that she's working on. It's called Mr. Elysian. And they're going to perform Saturday, November the 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Match Theater downtown. And so we're going to talk to her a little bit about how Mr. Elysian came all about, and she's going to tell us a little bit about Living Way Productions and all of that good stuff. So stay tuned. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
I'm so glad that you're in the studio with us today.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So what's all the buzz about Mr. Elysian? Tell us what Mr. Elysian is all about.
Mr. Elysian is an upcoming play, Match Theater, coming November 23rd, and it's a project that was actually came about by my pastor, Pastor Elaine Benson. She came to Brandon and I as writers and asked us to come up with she had this concept and vision of community and elders and bringing in the millenniums as well. And so she had the idea for the vision. So Brandon and I got together and merged and came up with Mr. Elysian. The name Mr. Elysian came from a project, prior project that Brandon is working on called Elysian Fields. So when he was sharing about that character, I fell in love with Mr. Elysian, and we brought him in, and he kind of exploded into this project.
Well, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about how Living Way Productions got started?
Okay, Living Way Productions got started by my late pastor, Pastor Charles Benson. He came up. It was connected to our church, First Fruit Christian Center, and so it being the word center mean a center of things, of visions, of collectively the dreams and visions of the people of the church. And so he came up with his production company and named it Living Way. And me being a writer, I worked alongside with him. He was some of everything, a carpenter, he built the sets, he designed, whatever you could come up with, he could build. And so it was wonderful working with him. And when the Lord took him on, it was really a hard thing to start again, but we've started again and we're back out there and just excited about Living Way. So we produce plays that deal with everyday life and the everyday Christian life, not so much as the fantasy of what people think the Christian life is. He had a saying that he would always quote, and he would say, document is best when lived and not preached. So what better way to present the gospel than to put it on stage and see how everyday people cope with their different situations.
So it sounds like a big part of what Living Way Productions is ministry.
Yes, it is. It truly is ministry. And it's ministry not so much as churchy and religion, but lifestyle.
Sounds great. So let's get back to Mr. Elysian. So I understand that you're also a character in this play.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that without telling us too much.
Okay, my character is very interesting. I played Betty, a retired 79-year-old jazz singer.
Wow.
Who's dealing with Alzheimer.
Okay.
So without giving it away, it's very enlightening and very interesting, and it kind of shows not so much as a lot of times when you see film and theater with dealing with Alzheimer, you see the caregiver's perspective. This particular piece is showing from what that person that's dealing with that issue, what they kind of go through, what's going on their part. So.
Okay. So the play Mr. Elysian, are there some other topics that are covered outside of just dealing with the illness part?
Yes, Mr. Elysian is the main subject matter, and so he is the engine, that kind of say like the caboose that runs the train. And so in Mr. Elysian, he not only deals with Alzheimer, it deals with marriage, it deals with homelessness, it deals with relationship, it deals with ownership of a business and how to flow in it. So it deals with a lot of, it's a whole package, actually. You gotta get tickets, come see the show. It's gonna be amazing.
It really sounds like it. When you deal with a plethora of subjects like that, what's the process been like? What's the experience been like dealing with? Because I understand since you guys were doing this together, then you had to deal with the cast, you had to deal with bringing all the aspects of everything together. What was that like?
That was amazing, and also a push, because what a lot of people don't understand is when you're doing ministry, you're also dealing with a lot of warfare and a lot of sacrifice. And most of the time when people are working on a project, they have an agenda. Our agenda is not to get to Hollywood, not to be discovered, because we're already discovered. Our agenda is to get the word out there on a platform where people can say, that's me, I'm going through that. Or that's me, oh, I see how I can make it through this. I see how I can cope with that. It's literally ministry being put on stage. So it's been a journey. Every last one of the cast members have had their own issues and things that we went through. And even in preparing for Mr. Elysian, I've lost an uncle. I've experienced losing a sister. I was laid off my job. But in all of these things, it has been a process of making me even stronger, even with doing this. So it's been exciting, and it's been something to hold on to. So I'm just really excited about the whole project.
Well, I tell you, we want to encourage those that are watching to go out and get their tickets as soon as possible. It sounds like with all the components of everything that's happened to bring this to the stage, that it's going to be a very, very powerful story. So we want to encourage you to go out and get your tickets. I think you can go to matchhouston.org and purchase your tickets, or go to the Living Way Productions website and get your tickets today. And go see Mr. Elysian.
Yes, it's an experience you don't want to miss.
Hi, everybody. I have Genesis Williamson in the studio with me. She is the musical director for Living Way Productions, the music end of the business. And so we're just glad to have her in the studio today with us. And she's going to tell us a little bit about Living Way music. And then she's going to also tell us about her big part in the music end of Mr. Elysian. So tell us what Living Way music is.
Okay, so Living Way music is a culmination of things. The first thing that we do, or one of the aspects that we do, is we help up-and-coming artists to push out their projects. So these are people that, have maybe had, they've been writing, they've been putting songs together, but they haven't quite found the resources, the people to help them where they are, even financially where they are. And what Living Way Music does is we help people ground level to bring their vision to life. So what we're doing is these artists come in, they might, have their music prepared, melodies, they might have it recorded on devices, but they may not have been able to put the music to it. They may not have been able to come up with a title, a theme for their collection of songs. This is where we come in. They come in and we say, okay, so let's help you build this thing from the ground up. Let's make this vision come to life that God has given you. And what I love most about the heart of Living Way Productions music is that we are not coming in with our own ideas and what we see for these particular artists, but we're saying, artists, we want to help you articulate what God has already given you and build that. So when they come in, we say, okay, so what kind of music are you going for? What's the sound? What's the general sound that you're looking for? And from there, I would take that and I would begin to put music together based on what the artist is hearing for the songs that they've created. And then we will get them set up with basic tracking, and all the tools so that when they go in the studio, they are ready. It's not a time where they have to try to put everything together. It's already together. We say, look, here's our basic tracking. This is how the basic structure of the song goes, so that they go in ready to get started and ready to get recorded. And even afterwards, we come together and we listen to what they've come up with, what has been worked on, and we, give them a chance to say yay or nay to it. And if not, we go back to the drawing board. But we are all about supporting the artist's vision and what God has given them. So
that is awesome. That is so good to have a place where you can come and you can just, it's not commercialized.
Yes.
It's not marketed.
Yes.
This is who I am. This is what God has given, and I just want that to be presented.
That's it.
That's awesome.
That's it. That's it.
Awesome.
That's exactly what we do. We are about launching the artist, the heart of the artist, and helping them to learn even the practicalities of managing.
So you did the soundtrack for Mr. Elysian?
Yes. Yes, I did.
What was that like?
Okay, so this was actually fun. It's a stretch because I'm used to composing music. It's something that I've done kind of behind the scenes, not like something that's at the forefront of what people know me for. Mm-hmm. So to be able to compose, produce the music, let the people that were contracting in to help, engineer the recording and everything. No, this is my music. This is what it's original. It's awesome. It's awesome to be able to put that out there and say, this is original content that I came up with under the umbrella of Living Way Productions. So it's been an amazing adventure. Again, it's, composing music, arranging music, and producing it at a greater level, a more expanded level. And it's been a new journey, but it's been so beautiful. The growth, the stretching, and working with Brandon.
Right.
Brandon, the director of Mr. Elysian, working with him has been amazing because he is a detailed person. Mm-hmm. Very pays attention, meticulous detail. Mm-hmm. And that is how I work. And so when you're able to work with someone that they listen to the music, you kind of bounce ideas off of them, they listen to the music, they say, okay, well, can we maybe make it fuller, and it helps me to go back and say, okay, I can stretch a little more, I can add a little more, to this, I can, make this a little more grand, I can take this down, I can, make this a little more dramatic. I love it because it challenges me to, expand my ear, expand my sound, and so it's been a joy to work with Brandon on this play with Mr. Elysian and the music and everything. So,
well, I tell you, your energy is amazing. It really is, and so I can imagine when you start getting your creative vibe. It's like, yes. I know that they are excited to have you to be a part of the team, and we just wish you God's best with all that He has coming in that area for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming to the studio
Absolutely.
today.
My pleasure.
Okay, all right. Thank you.